Hi, friends, welcome. Let's see. All right, that's looking good so far. Vertical's looking good. Hi. How's everyone? Oh, shoot. Just punched my table. Oh, I guess I better get my stuff before I sit down. How's everyone doing for early morning stream? I clearly running behind, but we're doing it. All right, we're gonna work on shiny Umbreon today. Let me just I literally just got done cutting this out. And then I gotta make sure I got my baby monitor going. Because usually my grandma watches her when I go live. But we have things we have to do this afternoon, like go to Chuck E. Cheese. So I'm going live this morning so that I can still go live, and I want to test out the vertical streaming. So we're gonna see how that goes. I've lost my scissors. I also scarfed down like 2 strawberries before. And I was rushing to make my coffee still. But I think we got it all right now. Hopefully everything's working. I heard myself when I came over here on the iPad, because usually I have it on my phone, but I got the baby monitor on my phone. Got the iPad open for chat because I need to be able to see, I think, the vertical chat, or portrait as they call it, over here, and then other chats over there. But you know, this is the first time doing vertical stream, so we'll play it by ear. It'll go how it'll go. Also, not sure how long we'll be live, because, you know, if the baby wakes up and decides she wants to throw a fit, then that's my cue to leave. But hopefully not. Hopefully she'll be good. Hopefully she'll sleep in. We can get at least maybe like 2 hours. I would like to at least finish this shiny Umbreon. So if you guys are curious why specifically we're making a shiny Umbreon, I'm doing a 100 Pokemon hat challenge. I'm making the top 100 Pokemon requested by my followers. And we made shiny Sylveon last week. And then we're doing shiny Umbreon today. People didn't necessarily suggest shiny Umbreon and shiny Sylveon, but Umbreon and Sylveon were the highest, and I've already made them a whole bunch of times. So now we're making the shiny version, which I've made a few times, but it's not listed on my website, and so I'm gonna add them hopefully today. That's the plan. On the drive. I won't be driving. I almost was going to be, but it's funny. My mom, they're putting in a pool, so they had to tear up the concrete or whatever that was there, and her other car, her SUV that takes us all, was stuck in the garage because they tore up the concrete. And I assume it was just big thing of gravel and a big drop off. I'm not really sure. My brother had to go get it out, but that's when I thought that I was gonna have to be driving, because we were gonna have to take 2 separate cars with all the people. And she texted me last night and was like, your brother got the car out so we can all ride together. I was like, oh yay, thank goodness. I was already, because on longer drives, I'm like, okay, what all can I do? I was like, I can crochet, I can edit videos, I can put these things on my Facebook. And then I kept remembering, oh wait, no, I have to drive myself. So I don't get to play passenger princess, unfortunately. But now I do. Yay! I'm gonna try not to spill my coffee. We have the big mug today. And it's in a different spot than I usually put it because of my iPad. And we got this cord because my iPad is dead, as usual. As it always is. So, as you guys can probably tell, I love the color blue. So, I like shiny Umbreon better than regular Umbreon. And I like shiny Sylveon, honestly, better than regular Sylveon, but it's kind of the same colors, so it's not that big of a difference. But I always think blue and yellow, which I think they're all, are they opposite colors on the color wheel? So they're like, that's a big thing. They go good together, but it depends on a certain shade. I really like blue and yellow together. And I do think this blue and yellow goes good with his eyes. My labels should be in. I ordered some labels that look like my usual labels. I'm trying to talk too fast this morning. The coffee hasn't kicked in yet. So these are my usual labels. I don't know if you can see. Oh, line around sewing. And they have like wash instructions. These other ones that I ordered will have the little first edition logo, and they're gonna go in the hats that I haven't made before. So this will be the first edition of that hat, and it'll only go in the first one that I make, of course. So shiny Umbreon won't get one, shiny Sylveon won't get one, none of the evolutions will get one. I actually just recently made a shiny Jolteon, but that's the only other shiny other than Umbreon and Sylveon that I've made, because I don't think the other ones look that good, to be honest. And I don't think I'm alone in that. So yeah, if you all have a favorite Pokemon that you want to see me make in this 100 Pokemon challenge, you can comment your favorite Pokemon. I'll add it to the spreadsheet. Because I'll probably just keep adding. We do have 100 Pokemon. It's, I think, at like 120 something right now. But a lot of them only have one vote. So yours could totally make the list. We're almost done with cutting, I think, and then I can do some sewing. I'm just cutting out the ovals right now that go on the side of the hat. It's been so rainy here, and I am really expecting, if it rains all this week, there's a bridge that goes to our house, like over a creek, and it might flood. It flooded last year, I think in April. So whenever we get a really bad storms and the rain just keeps coming. All right, let's see. We can go ahead and change. No, we need to do blue. Just kidding. We are trying out vertical streaming that was recommended made by Kimchi, actually, in my live last week. And I honestly didn't think that, like, I didn't know, which I guess is my ignorance on my fault for not doing more research or knowing that you could go live and stream horizontal and vertical, and I really thought it was going to be this whole big thing and a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't know how to do, but it actually wasn't that bad. Could I tell you how I did it? No, because I think I just clicked the right button and it actually ended up working. But thank you, Made by Kimchi, for suggesting it. I'm super excited to try it out. Hi, Joanna. Welcome. How's it going? This is Ridley. Say hello, Ridley. You can't jump on me, though. You've been outside and your paws are all muddy. Yeah, because I was just talking about it raining. All right, back up. Back up, buddy. Oh, you know what? I gotta pin this. On. Hi, NY4. Welcome. NY420 Giants. Nice. Yeah, and I really don't know where all this rain is coming from, because usually it's like, oh, hurricanes and all this, but I haven't heard anything. So I don't know. If you guys know, let me know. I know it's just that time of year. It's spring, but all right. So now we just centered this. Do y'all have a favorite Pokemon? Share it in the comments, and I'll let you guys know if I've made it before. Or I'll add it to the list, because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, some of them on there I don't want to make, because it's like Giratina, and I'm like, I don't know how to make that into a hat. So when we get to things like that where we have over 100 and I need to like narrow it down, I'm gonna use my I think I called it my Pokemon brain or something to decide which ones I think would do better as a hat and which ones I think people would like better. And then I just lay this over it so that we can just kind of get the same placement of the ring. I keep forgetting to tell Joey this, but at one of the conventions I went to, there was a girl there, and I don't know if I heard it correctly. I mean, I think I did, but her name was Umbreon, and I actually really liked that. Like, that could totally pass as like, I don't know if it came from Umbreon the Pokemon, but I feel like it had to. And I'm like, oh, that's so clever, because you could also just go by Bree or Brianna later in your life if you decide that you don't like it. But I think that's a pretty cool name. Umbreon. And then I'm like, oh, well, you could do like all the other evolutions probably and just add like an Ana, like Sylviana. That kind of like, since Sylvie is already a name, that one would fit fine, honestly. What else you got? Leafeana. I don't think it flows as well. Vaporeana. That one sounds really what's the word? Mysterious. But definitely Umbreona and Sylviana sound like names from like a storybook, and I really like it. All right, we can finally start sewing. How far do we think my iPad will get charged while I'm actively using it? It is increasing, but it's at 12%. Yeah, I think my husband is done buying Pokemon cards. We'll see. We go through ups and downs with it. And that's probably more like buying packs. I think we're done. One, it's hard to get them because scalpers, and he really got frustrated with this Chaos Rising drop. Like, there was so much stuff on the shelves and people were grabbing it by the armful. This is at Walmart too. And he was like fourth in line, and all he walked away with was packs, just regular single packs. They had so much collection or whatever, booster boxes. I don't know exactly because I wasn't there. I didn't get to see it all, and he didn't take a picture. But ETBs, yeah, just gone. And you know they were scalpers because they didn't care. They were taking armloads, and I don't expect the Walmart employees to care unless they actually care about Pokemon cards. So, and I don't blame them. They don't get paid enough to tell those people, hey, there's a limit. So right now we are on the not buying Pokemon cards, which is honestly, it's good for our financial, it's good for our bank account. But it was fun. Now he says he needs a new hobby. So if you guys have any hobby recommendations, let me know. We have been turning our like Pokemon cards into like magnets and stuff. I know that blew up on TikTok and like Instagram, I guess. I'm really not sure, everywhere. But we can't get those big magnets that fit like so perfectly in the picture. So we got the little square ones, and they turned out really cute. And then I also got some little keychains to put them in that are like circles. So I'll probably be posting a short later on just showing off what we've made so far. But that was fun. We did that, I think, Sunday or Monday, crafting day. Which I'm all about. I love crafts. Clearly, it's my job now. But the other time we kind of stopped buying cards was I pulled a Deerling full art. And it was a pretty high value card, like 20 something. I think it's SIR. The one where it's running in the field and it's got connecting art. And it, like, out of the pack was spots like all the way through it, like indentions for it looked like the machine had put gravel or something inside or something from the machine. And so it, yeah, that kind of like made us real mad. I think it actually was from an ETB, which one would that be? Whatever one that one's from. And yeah, so we stopped buying stuff for a while there. Let me see. I'm trying to find my chat not in portrait. So that I can bring up the chat, as I said. Not in portrait. There we go. So yeah, that was the other time that we kind of stopped for a while. Show me chat. Show me chat. Thank you. Okay. Maybe, can I mute? No, not an option. All right, well. Ow, so funny. I don't know if I can do it on here. My coffee's also gonna get cold because I can't put it on the warmer because my iPad's in the way. So we'll get it all figured out. I was playing League of Legends last night. Or, well, no, it was the night before. And I don't jungle. I really don't know how to jungle. But I play Quinn top, and I like to go. If you don't know anything about League of Legends, I'm sorry. This is going to be like, what is she talking about? Hello, hello. Good evening. Hi, Made by Chinky. Like, what time is it there? I was like, well, it'll be a little earlier for you now since I'm live earlier for me. So it's not 2 a.m. for you. Is it like 5? But so I was playing League of Legends. I like to play Quinn, who can has a bird, can turn into a bird, basic summary, and go really, really fast. So I like to go to the other lane to help out my teammates. And every time I do, I'm like, I think that this would be a really good jungle character because I can just noom around and be someplace else really fast and kind of spook them, surprise them. So yesterday they needed jungle to be filled, and I was like, you know what, I'll just put it in there. I probably won't get it because they usually give you your top priority. And I got thrown into jungle my 3rd game, so I was really nah, I'm not gonna get jungle. And I did. And then I had to panic, figure out where I was supposed to go. But we ended up winning, and it was still really fun. And I'm like, okay, well, now I want to do it again. But I need to know where I need to start and where I need to go so that I can be better. 8 p.m. just got done with the kids' bath. fun. So yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Man, it is hard. I have a 1-year-old, and her bedtime used to be like 7 o'clock, and she's the only one we have right now, so that was pretty easy. Like, that way we were ready to go and play like games with our friends, because you know we still need that time, and we have like 2 hours before we go to bed, and it worked out good. Usually she would go down fine, but she would wake up like right when we're trying to go to bed. But at least we got our games in. That's fine. Well, now that she is a 1-year-old, it is so much harder. Like, she doesn't get in bed by 7. Very rarely. Unless she missed her nap and she is super duper tired. So, yeah, it was fun. It was fun while it lasted. So now it's pretty much her bedtime's 8 o'clock. But we start our bedtime routine at like 7 still. But now she wants to read books, which is totally fine. I love reading books. And, you know, just by the time we're trying to cook dinner more and eat together, and having to wait till our dinner is done too to feed her adds to the time. Because usually I would feed her at 5. But Joey, my husband, doesn't even get home till 5. Or doesn't even get home by 5. So, what are we making today? We are making shiny Umbreon. Number 2 in our, I'm going to lose track eventually, but number 2 in our Pokemon hat challenge. It's pretty much the same color as, it is the same color, like blue, as Sylveon. But I really need to see if I can find a different color for shiny Sylveon. I love it. It turned out cute. And if I can't find another color blue, that is the one I will stick with. But I think it needs to be just a little, even in the picture when I post them side by side, I'm like, the blue needs to be a little bit lighter blue. This blue works good for Umbreon though. But I could run by Hobby Lobby and see if they have a lighter color blue. I think I had took a picture at one point of what colors they had on my phone, and I don't think they did, but also, I ran out of bobbin. I kind of this week, well, 2 things so far have happened this week, I guess. Weekend. That story time. The one thing I was going to talk about first is that I actually got orders. I guess one of them wasn't off my YouTube. One of them was a order for a Tandem Mouse hat. And the reason they ordered it is they saw my baby announcement where Joey and I dressed up as Tandem Mouse and then said, like, we're turning into a mousehold because that was our baby announcement. We're having a baby, so we're a mousehold. And that post, I think, was on Instagram. I did make a video on YouTube, but I do believe she said specifically saw my baby announcement post. So that would have been on Instagram. But I got an order through Instagram that way. But I got an order for my crochet stuff, actually. This is my first, like, custom crochet. And someone saw my Lexington Comic-Con video and saw the little crochet puppies. I cannot think who the pattern is by right off. But they want 3 little crochet puppies. They're actually, like, I don't know what these little things are, but they caught my eye and they're super adorable and I need them. So that, you know, that was really exciting for me because now I know, like, I don't really get much from the YouTube ads right now. Hopefully that changes. It's more to put my product out there, do tutorials, help others. And that was like, oh, hey, you actually made a sale because you made this YouTube video. And I was like, that is awesome. We're doing stuff. Sewing in circles and with black fabric. Showing off some skills there. Yes, but I'm sewing on blue, so it's not that hard. Like, I can see my lines. Now, yes, if we're doing black on black, I see that would be some impressive skills. But yeah, we got the pivoting down for the circles. But thank you for noticing. Listen, Chinky, I'm gonna make you like my social media supervisor or something. You're giving me all these good ideas lately. I'm like, you know what? That's a good idea. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And for coming to the live. Thank you. You know, you were the one person that I was thinking of when I was like, I'm gonna go live super early. Everyone else might still be in bed, but maybe Chinky will be there because it will be earlier for you. And I'm so happy you're here. My eyes are so itchy. I think it's the allergies. Okay, so here's our circle. Now we got to do it again. But I'm going to go ahead and put the pocket in for this side of the hat. I do my pockets on the inside, but it is reversible where you can put them on the outside of the hat. But I don't know, I just prefer it on the inside because then you can like put your hands in and your arms are like covered if it's cold. And if you put it on the outside, then your arms are exposed. And like, yeah, I guess you can give yourself a hug and then it's like warm, but I don't know. I always tell people that they can flip them over if they want them on the other side. I'm still waiting for that stress ball Kirby though. I got you. I gotta remember how I did it. Because I know the base pattern is by Classy Crafts, I think, with K's for both of them. And then I did a couple bobble stitches and moved stuff around, but I need to remember what I moved around. And I had it down a couple weeks ago when I made all of those in the same day. And now it's been like 2 weeks since I made them. So I gotta refresh my mind. But I'm gonna do it because I was already thinking about it, and then you saying that, I was like, okay. All right, I'm gonna do it. And I was gonna, oh, my baby's moving around. I was going to ask the person that video that I watched, like, hey, I made like a modification to your pattern. Is it okay if I make a YouTube video with it? But then I realized, one, I don't know if I'll get a response back because I probably get a million messages. And two, I don't know if this was their original design. Like, you know, I don't know who the first person to make this circle stress ball crochet pattern. So I'm still going to shout out and say in the comments that this is whose tutorial I followed. And then this is my add-on. And if they say something, we'll go for them. But I'm going to give them credit, of course. I don't know if they would even answer, so. My hands are free to comment because I'm waiting for the kids to sleep. Later, I will go back to sewing while sewing too while listening, so I won't fall asleep. Got you. Yeah, I feel that. I play phone games while after we've read our stories and rocked my baby, but she's not that good asleep yet, so I can't put her down or she'll wake up. But I love watching other people craft while I'm crafting or sewing or prepping for Artist Alley. It just motivates me more, and I just feel like we're having a little sewing party. But yes, I appreciate the commenting because it also, I mean, I'm not sleepy right now, but I can totally see myself zoning out because it's early. So you're keeping me awake right now too. I just gotta keep an eye on the time. Okay, I can see it up there. We should be fine. We're not leaving till 10. And I actually need to see where I'm supposed to meet my mom. And I'm already dressed, so that's a big accomplishment. But I gotta pack the diaper bag. I don't know. That's not the button I meant to press. That's fine. I don't use my cutting button on my machine because on my very first machine, it broke years ago. So I just stopped using it. And even when I switched to this one, I still never used it. But I took pretty much all my machines in to get fixed, and they fixed the cutting mechanism. So now I can use the cutting on my machine if I want to. But I just don't. If I'm doing something that's a lot of little stitches, then I'll do it because it just makes it easier in the long run when I'm going back to trim everything. But I usually have more problems with it than it actually making my life easier. Because if you cut the thread and then you go to put your needle down and start again, the thread will come out of the needle. At least on my other one. Maybe they fixed that problem in the newer machines. But yeah, I really want to crochet on the drive. But I think I'm going to save it for this afternoon because Joey on Thursday plays horror games for us, scary games. And I think I'm going to crochet while he's doing that. Because the other option is editing my shorts and stuff. And I don't feel like I'll be able to focus if he's playing because there'll be too much sound. When we were watching one of your previous videos, my 6-year-old said, "Oh, her house is blue. Why is her hair blue?" English is her first language, which makes me question my decision in life. That's funny. I had to reread it because I thought there was oh, why is her house blue? Why is her hair blue? It's because I like the color blue. Yeah, I think I talked about this in the last one. That's so funny. I really like my blue hair. And but I need to get it re-dyed. And I don't want to do it professionally because that's expensive. I appreciate the people that dye hair and I will pay them for their services. But I don't have that kind of money. I think it was $130 to get it dyed, and it was a birthday gift to me. So She did say it'd be a little cheaper to like do touch-ups and stuff now that the parts are bleached, but my hair grows so fast. Like you can see, I'm looking in the video right now. This is only almost 2 months maybe. I got it done in March, like kind of early March. And yeah, so I guess it's been almost 3 months, but I did re-dye it with some other blue, that Arctic Fox, and it gets all over my hands. Like our brushes turn blue. She used a much more professional blue color that probably stayed a little better. But I think, so I'm gonna dye it black just to get it all one color again. But I think I'm still gonna leave my little bangs because I really like the touch of blue. And I don't mind to re-dye that part, and it's not a part that I think will be a problem. And we're going like a lot of places for the summer, and I was bringing, when I went to MegaCon, I brought my own pillowcase because I didn't want to get the hotel's pillows blue. And I don't want to bring a pillowcase everywhere I go. It wouldn't be that hard, but I'm afraid I would forget. And then I don't know what I would do. Like, I think it comes out because it's not a permanent dye. But yeah, that's my plan, to still keep my blue, but not have my whole hair. Or I also thought about doing underneath because I think that would be cute too. But we'll just do the bangs, I think. And maybe in the future I could do underneath. I'm not opposed to it. That's so funny though. It's just like, why? You know, they're always asking all the questions. Why is her hair blue? Why is her house blue? Man, if my whole house was blue, that'd be really cool. I am very glad that I painted I didn't paint this. I was heavily pregnant and had a baby while this room was getting painted. So I actually did not paint this at all. But my husband and my sister-in-law painted it, and I'm glad that I chose this color because it looks really good in my Instagram posts or just like my shop listings in general. It makes everything cohesive, and that's always something that I feel like I was missing when I was posting on social media. I'm like, some people go and like take pictures outside, and so they have like the grass or the trees in the background, but I can't really do that with hats. Like, you know, people that have crochet plushies and stuff, they can hold them out and have like a nice green background. Yeah, I can't really do that with my hats. I have to be wearing them or have someone else wearing them. So brick was a brick background is what I usually did. But now I have this little corner in my sewing room that works very nicely for backdrops. Uh-oh, baby's moving around. I might have to go give her some milk, but we'll see. Sometimes she lays back down, goes to sleep, goes back to sleep. Same, me too. Joey gets up before me to like go to work, and I'm always like, okay, give me like 2 more minutes, and I roll over and get that last 2 minutes of sleep. Sometimes I sleep longer than that, but today I was like, no, you have to get up, get ready for the live stream. Yeah, but I had to explain it to her that that's your favorite. She had it backwards. Now I am teaching her 2 of our local languages and have to use English to explain its meaning. Oh, well, that's a creative way. What color do I need? Black. That's awesome. I would love, I always wanted to. I know a little bit of Spanish, but I don't think I could have a conversation. So I always think it's so nice that I think everyone should have to learn 2 languages. But I do think it would be a lot easier if they started it young, like in school. Like, why are we taking Spanish in high school? Why not start it early? Because that's the only language we had in high school was Spanish. That's so fun. I know, I'm like, how can I teach my baby another language while also teaching myself? As I'm watching her like bounce around her crib. My fear right now is that she's going to figure out how to crawl out of it and I'm gonna be like asleep or something. She has a little sleep sack, so hopefully we still have several months before she learns how to do that. But occasionally, if she knocks out before we can put her pajamas on and like put her in a sleep sack, she doesn't have a sleep sack on, and I'm worried that that's gonna be the day that she's just like, ah, yes. Let me just crawl out of my crib. I think, oh shoot, somebody commented on my other one. I'm gonna have to pull this up some other way. Oh, hi, I'm so jealous. I just don't have the attention span to actually open my brand new sewing machine. Super love Pokemon. Hi, Lori. Thank you. So sorry. I'm just now seeing your message. I have the baby monitor on one, and then I have the shorts or whatever, the real portrait mode vertical over here. I need another device that I can see the other chat comments. So sorry. Thank you. Yeah, you should open your sewing machine. Do it. What you really need is a project that you really want to do, and then that'll motivate you. But I feel that. That's why Joey really wants a 3D printer, and I mean, I do too, just to make things, honestly, that we can use around the house. That's what I really want it for. But I'm so afraid when we get it, like it'll just sit there and not open it and not do anything with it and not be motivated. So I could totally see myself doing that. Wait, when she learns to get inside your craft room? No! Yeah, you know, we're gonna be crafting away. I'm gonna break out the first sewing machine. Be like, is your heritage? What is the word? Here you go. You've earned your spot. I will now pass it on to you. Oh, I'm so excited. And not saying we're gonna have free labor, but if she wants to help, I'm not gonna tell her no. It's my dogs fighting in the background. Yeah, I've thought several times, because I did have a playpen in here when she was younger, but there's just not enough room, and then the playpen would like, she would get tired of it after a while. So we took that one out, and we've made her just like a safe space in the living room, so she hangs out in there. But it's really hard to be in here and work and then her in there, because I have the video camera so I can watch her, but there is a delay, you know? So right now I'm working at my dad's shop, which is nice, and we have the like whole upstairs, and she can run around in there, and I have my sewing machine so I can see her in plain sight. Gotta check that other chat now. I can pull it up on here, but I can't keep the baby monitor open at the same time. I have to sneeze. Sorry. I tried to mute myself, but I didn't have time. And I can't figure out how to mute. That's fine. That'll work. I don't think you guys can hear that, so. My very first sewing machine was the tiny portable one. It became my youngest toy. He was manually cranking it and pushing the fabric to make it move. Oh my goodness. I've never had one of those, but go Ridley. Thank you. But they look like they get the job done, but at what cost? Sad, my coffee's cold. All right, we're gonna sew up the rest. We sewed up the ears. That's what I was doing before. Now we're gonna sew up this, the hat part, and then we'll stuff the ears. If I do continue to do the vertical streaming, I might have to get like a monitor, a second monitor, and just put it over here. I don't know where, because I'm in a corner. I guess I could put something right there, but I don't know. I just got these two cute shelves. You guys can't see them, but I have like my lapis, and then I have my other little shelf. And I wanted this to be used as the background when I'm like streaming or when I'm recording my like outro videos or my talking videos, so that it has a cute little background. So I don't want to put just like a black TV screen there. And I don't really have room over here. I could just put it could be like a portable thing, I guess. We'll see. I don't mind having my phone and my iPad open. If I could choose, I'd have them both over here though, so that I could see them both and this would not be in my way. My first sewing machine, I think it was still a Brother, but it didn't have any like fancy stuff. Which makes sense for a first embroidery machine or first sewing machine. But then my second one, which I got not long after, because that one was just like a one from Walmart, maybe like $150. And I got it as a Christmas gift. And then I think maybe like the next Christmas I got, or no, actually I think maybe I bought that one, the first one. And then my mom for my for my Christmas gift, got me one that has like embroidery because I was wanting to do some embroidery like keychains and stuff. And that was the Brother SE400. And I still have it, and that's the one that's at my dad's shop. Still working like a charm. Last year was the first year that I got it professionally serviced and cleaned. After 13 years? Don't be like me. I forgot where I was going with that. I was gonna say something about... Oh, I should have a video coming out next Monday about using a magnetic embroidery hoop. I'm super excited. It was my first technically like sponsored, would you call it a sponsor? I got sent a magnetic embroidery hoop, and I've never worked with one before, but I had been wanting to look into getting one, and I know they have some like big expensive magnetic embroidery hoops. So I never looked at buying one. But then I think it's Brewland, Hoop Talent, Brewland, Sotec. I think they have a whole bunch of different names. Was like, hey, are you interested in a magnetic embroidery hoop? And I said, yes, please. And it was really nice. I'm so excited to show you guys all the things that I embroidered with it. Because since it's like magnetic and you don't have to try to hoop the fabric, you can work with just smaller fabrics. So I have several videos and video ideas I have lined up that I want to work on. I just need to film them. I have that one, which is filmed. I want to do the Kirby tutorial that Chenki's been talking about. I want to do using my black fabric scraps and do a video of just using all those scraps up and making a bunch of different things. I want to repaint my claw machine. But it's in my car. I need to take it out of my car so I can actually get a good look to see. My plan was like not taking it apart because I know it's going to be a pain, but I think you might be able to see, it's red right now, and I think you might be able to see the red in the inside of the claw machine. So I might have to take it apart, but I think I remember reading the reviews that like don't take it apart because like their dad tried to take it apart and it was a pain to get back together. It was the second to the tiniest one. Looks like a toy. I used it to sew uniforms, but it was really slow. I'm sure I don't know if it's the same one that I'm picturing, but I know there's one that's kind of like almost like a handheld, and then you just like put the fabric between the presser foot, almost like a stapler looking thing. But I've seen those. I don't think that that's what you're talking about because I don't even know if it has like a crank or anything. I think I do know which one. You said it looks like a toy, so is it like more made for kids or like advertised as safe? That would be a cool video I did too, trying out different sewing machines. And do they actually work? Hello, Dr. Miss Raven. Welcome. Long time no see. How are you early this morning? Or at least it is for me. It rhymed. My thread broke. Oh, my thread broke because I ran out of bobbin, so it actually didn't break. It just pulled out. So some wine, some bobbin. I've debated getting a bobbin winder for years, but I really just don't think it's worth it. Honestly, what I should do is, because I have all these extra bobbins from my embroidery machine. What am I doing? So I should keep them, and then I should wind like 2 bobbins every time, and it would just last longer. And sometimes I do, like when I'm doing black, sometimes I wind 2 bobbins, but lots of times I'm like, I don't have time for that. I gotta go. 6 a.m. for you? Nice. It is early for you. Well, thanks for coming by. Yeah, I know around this time is my like husband's commute to work. So I'm like, maybe people will catch me on their commute to work. That was my thought process. I don't know. I mostly just really wanted to go live. So I was like, even if nobody shows up, I'm going live. I wanted to try the vertical streaming, and I really enjoyed it. Hopefully it looks okay. I can see it on here, but this isn't the same as looking at it on a phone. It's basically a small sewing machine, not the stapler looking thing. I think it also became a thing in YouTube during the pandemic because of small business making scrunchies. That makes sense, yeah. Yeah, all the sewing. I did a lot of sewing during the pandemic, but I always... What else do you do when you stuck at home? That was the best year for my business. Still is. And I don't know if I'll ever beat it. If I have something that like blows up, then maybe, but it was a different time. Yeah, I'm not opposed to doing early streams like this if for some reason, because I like to keep it Thursdays. I think that's good to have a day like, hey, Thursdays, oh, Megan's going live today. So I don't really want to change my stream day unless I'm gonna change it for eternity. Eternity. So if I have to go earlier in the day, I'm totally fine with that. It'd have to be this early because the baby sleeps in. Because I will not be able to get anything done if it is not this early. My mom sewed masks during 2020. Yes, I did too. That was like my biggest seller, I think, on Etsy, masks and Appa. Appas were really big because they added Avatar to Netflix. And everyone was stuck inside, watching TV and stuff, and so Avatar got big again. So fun. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Double D. My Streamlabs just told me. That's cool. I didn't know. Thanks. Thanks for the subscribe. Alrighty. Now we can stuff these ears. Yeah, which you know, I can't just make basic masks. I started out with making basic masks, but I had to make them fun to match my like Etsy store. So I made Avatar The Last Airbender masks. I made Minecraft masks until it got taken down for copyright because Minecraft don't play like that. I made Animal Crossing ones. Those were pretty popular. And Harry Potter. There was like a $10 one, and mine was around $30. I had to make do until I was able to get this Singer denim. Nice. Do you like your Singer? I don't know if I can move away from Brother. I mean, I've used other ones, like in the sewing, the costume shop at my college. And usually it was a Singer. The other ones that I used usually were Singer. Go Ridley. Trying to get all up in my business under the table. My mom made nursing caps a long time ago. That like they go like when they go into surgery, or I guess in general, but is that what it is for nursing, or like the old nursing hats that the nurses used to wear? My dad is a nurse. That's so cool. I have a whole, like my whole family as nurses. I probably should have went to be a nurse, but that's not. I'm a Pisces. We are creative. I do not think I would do good in that field, but my mom was a nurse. My grandma's a nurse. My aunt's a nurse. My sister's a nurse. Nah, not me. My niece was going to be a nurse, but she didn't. She got her CNA, but my brother is a firefighter. I applied to be on the fire department, like volunteer, but then I moved to Delaware. So I do like helping. Like I want to help. I want to give back. I feel like I'm a very caring person, but I don't think I could do nursing with the, it's the smells that get me. So I applaud the people that do that. It's hard. Dad is a heart nurse? Ooh. That's so nice. My mom works in the ER, but we live, like, it's not crazy ER. Unfortunately, it's like a bunch of druggies, you know how they be, they come in. Mom is now a massage therapist. Okay, so yeah, they both are kind of in the same, I guess caring for others, taking care of others. So I hope that you're very taken care of then. That reminds me, I need to see, I love a good massage, but I really need to get a massage on my hands because I'm pretty sure I probably already have carpal tunnel. But I'm gonna give it, we have summer vacation and I'm gonna try to rest my hands and see how that is. I'm gonna try to get I have one at night that I sleep with, but try to get like a compression thing maybe to wear while we're gone. And hopefully see if that helps, and maybe I can get a good hand massage before I go. Yeah, I do art, LOL. Nice. That's awesome. So I need to look to see if anyone does massage. Like, I'm pretty sure if they do other massages, they can definitely do hand massages. But I've heard that that helps too. But I'm not easy on my hands. I do sewing. I play video games. I also have a 1-year-old that, you know, when you're patting him on your back and like it's just, and holding them, cradling them, it's hard. And now I picked up crochet. I knew it. I knew that crochet was gonna be the final straw, but I really enjoy it. I really am having fun with crochet. Oh, also, I haven't announced it anywhere, but we are officially gonna go to OMGCon if anyone's in the area. It's in Owensboro, Kentucky, and it's one of my favorite ones to attend. Like, I've sold there back when I first started conventions, and it was a lot of fun. But they really always have good panels. Their artist and like exhibitor it's small, and they have some good stuff in there, but like you can see everything you need to see in a day. So I come back for the panels. They have panels, they have photo shoots, they have games, they have like I think a little craft area. There's always good cosplays. They have like dance parties. They of course have like video game, board game, all that fun stuff. If she were my mom, I would ask her for a massage almost every day. My body always aches. With a toddler who thinks he's Spider-Man, oh man, yeah. I hear those boys with boy moms, those boys are built different. That's what I hear. That's what my sister tells me, at least. I'll send her a video off of Instagram, and it's like, what's it like to have like a toddler boy? And it's like she's getting punched and kicked and like wrestling moves dropped on her. And I was like, I just assume that this is what your life is like. And she just had another one like back in December. So she's gonna have fun. I do ask my mom for a massage. I've been working out a lot. I'm working out, so I need it. Yes. I like really, it's probably because I was overworking myself, but when I lived in Delaware and that's all I did was sew, like full time, I would get these terrible knots in my like upper back, like right above my like shoulder blade, and you could like feel it, you could like pop it. I was like, man, I need a massage. But also I'm in a new place, so I'm very like, I'm not gonna go to just anybody. But I was like, there's people in the mall, they have to be somewhat safe, right? So that's where I went the one time I got a massage in Delaware. And then I got a massage one time in Mexico when we went for my sister-in-law's wedding. That was real nice. But yeah, if you work out, always need a good massage. We used to go and do those chairs, the massage chairs, or the hydrotherapy. I think it was at like Planet Fitness, they had it. I didn't realize how much I took advantage, or like how much I didn't take advantage of Planet Fitness when we had one in the area where we lived. Like the price and the 24-hour. Now we just had a local gym open up and it's like $10 for one day if you don't have like a membership or anything. If you want a membership, it's like $65 a month. I'm like, ugh. No, I'd be better off to go, like, it probably is not as good, but like once a week, pay $40. And I don't even know if that was for a couple. Like, if that's for a couple, that's not as bad. But we also have a like college that I think is cheaper than that, and they have like an indoor pool where you can go and like swim and do laps and whatever. So, and they have a basketball court and all that kind of stuff. So I do go for the dance classes though. I love a good Zumba workout. Ridley, I don't know what you're wanting, bud, but you can't go outside. You just went, and it's nasty out there. All right, we're putting the ears in. I just need to check the placement. I think I'm almost done with Keurig coffee, like the pre-made little pods. Put them in your coffee maker, it makes it. I just have not had a lot of luck. One, our Keurig, it's older. It was putting out too much water, and so Joey messed with it. I think he fixed it. I think it was a temporary fix because it still seems to be putting out like too much. It just doesn't taste right. And so then I was like giving it another shot, and it was kind of tasting like mold, and that like made me really paranoid. But I'm like, I don't know if it's the creamer, I don't know if it's just like new coffee, or if it's the Keurig. So then we found this thing at Walmart where you like put, it's like a K-cup thing that you put in there, and it like cleans it, and you run it, and it's supposed to help with, I don't even know, it gave it a word when it was like putting out too much water. It's supposed to help with that too. And I was like, I didn't even know they made this. That's a great, let's try it. Or actually Joey grabbed it and walked off with it before I even had a chance to be like, yeah, let's try it. He's like, I'm getting it. And I was like, sounds good to me. Because I was just talking to him about like, I might just get a cheap, well, that's what we were looking at, a cheaper Keurig. And those things are expensive. The cheapest one was like $60. I was like, nah, it's still out of my price range. Because my mom just gave me her old one, and it's just like a single one. Ours has the pot and stuff, which we don't really need. But I took that to the shop to use. And I ran it here, and it worked good. It seemed like the right water output. It heated up good. So I was like, okay, we'll take it there. And then that's when I decided I was done with this one. And I was like, man, I should have just left that one here at the house. So I was like, well, I'll just take that one back home. And then Joey found the thing that I think it worked. This coffee this morning's pretty good. But I tried at the shop. I was like, okay, well, I'll make me a cup of coffee. Like, it was kind of rainy and a little bit cooler because it gets super hot up there. I don't usually want coffee when it's hot. And I did it. I even like rinsed it out. I should have done just one like run through. But I was using bottled water because I don't really trust their tap water there. So I didn't have a lot of water to use. So I ran it, I made a coffee, turned out pretty good, drinking it. I used my creamer that I had in there that was still, like, you know, good. because I was like, I need to use this before it goes bad. And I'm probably like halfway done with my coffee, and there's something floating in it. Still don't know what it is. I'm gonna say that it was a gnat, like a bug, but it was like really long. Like it looked like it had the body, but there was something else hanging off of it. And you know, now I'm thinking about it, I was sewing like black fabric that day, so it could have also been fabric, but it grossed me out. I dumped my I had a drink because it in my mouth because I saw it in the cup, and so I would like spit it all back in the cup and went and dumped it. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm done with Keurigs right now. But here I am. I made myself another coffee this morning. So I don't know, like if it's a bug, like what. Also, like what if it was mouse poop? Like, cause it did it was that shape. That's what really grossed me out when I was thinking about that. I was like, but there's no way. Like, there's no way that a mouse went and pooped in my coffee. Like, it would have had to fallen off of something or like in the Keurig thing when I made it. But like, how did I not see that before when I was drinking? Sorry, I know that's really gross to think about. I played Just Dance. LOL. Oh man, I love Just Dance. That was my go-to workout. I even paid for that, the unlimited thing or whatever, where you can get all the songs. I just do better when there's more people, like if I'm working out, like if it's a dance Zumba thing, or if I have someone else to play Just Dance with me. But I don't do good keeping myself motivated. I drink Gamer Sups. Oh, I don't even know what that is. It's good. Is it like an energy drink? Wait, you use tap water? Yes. Yeah. I mean, I don't usually drink it. We have like our refrigerator has a filter, but actually in Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky is like number 3 for best tasting tap water. So a lot of people drink water there just straight out of the tap. But I do use tap water to fill my coffee maker too, except for that time. I don't for that time. But yeah, we I know some places like you don't drink the tap water. I think even like with cooking with it and stuff. But here, and actually, like I said, in Kentucky, I don't know where the number one I want to say is like Michigan has the best, like number 1 best tasting tap water in the United States. Yeah, and I'm trying not to drink energy drinks. I liked Red Bull, and then I got sick one time, not from drinking Red Bull, but I got sick while I drank Red Bull. And so Red Bull just hasn't been the same for me. And I used to like Celsius, but then because I liked that it had green tea, because I really like green tea. I like getting energy from more natural things. And after I had the baby, someone gave me a care package, or like my sister gave me a care package with Alani in it. And I was like, actually, these are pretty slamming. But I think zero sugar things, like the zero sugar, I think that they're actually more addicting than regular sugar. And I kind of had a addiction to like, I'm craving it. Like I really need, oh, that's my baby. I really need an Alani. And also I just know that I think zero sugar also dehydrates you. There goes the dogs. They're like, the baby. I'm gonna have to go give her milk, so I might be gone for a second. But we still have time, so I'm gonna try to finish this up for sure. But I need to go get her hotel water. A couple months ago, after a heavy rain, tap water from our city have baby earthworms coming out. It was really gross. No, I don't know if I could ever trust water again if I saw worms in it. You guys ever watch Goosebumps? And have you seen the one with all the worms? Oh, that traumatized me. Like, I'm still traumatized by it. Let me see what she's doing. Oh, she's still laying down. She's chilling. I'll wait, because I'm probably gonna have to go to the bathroom soon. So let's just see how far we can get. And I'll warm up my coffee too. At least if you put it in a glass or something, you'll see it. Imagine if you're using the shower or using it directly for brushing your teeth. Oh, no, I don't want to think about that. No. As I'm staring at my coffee to make sure there's nothing in it, I have got like gnats and stuff while I'm at home drinking. Like, and if I see it, if I know it's a gnat, I'm like, ew, gross, get it out of here. But I really like those V8 energy drinks, the black cherry ones specifically. And I was drinking that a couple weeks ago. And I was on Discord with Bethany talking to her. And it was almost empty. And I went to take like the last sip. So I was just like, knock it back. And they're not very big. They're like this big. And something was in my mouth. And so reflexes, I was like, bleh, and just spit it all in my hand. And there was a fly. A dead fly went in my drink and died in there. And so then I like with it in my hand, go to the sink and dump it out and wash my mouth out. And Bethany was talking about something and I like didn't answer her. I'm like, I'm sorry. I just like almost drank a fly, or I did drink a fly. I almost ate a fly. And so my first reaction was to spit my whole drink out in my hand. So I was a little occupied. The red one, right? Super tiny, easy to overlook. What? No. I don't want any of that. Yeah, I know when, when we go to Mexico and stuff, they're like, don't drink the tap water. You will get ill. I'm like, okay, you don't have to tell me twice. I think I even use like bottled water to brush my teeth. I think that's what they recommend. I haven't been recording any of this. Hopefully I can take some footage from my live. Maybe we'll see. No, I didn't even take a video of cutting this out. I'm working on a tandem mouse hat, so I took a video of that. But not Umbreon. Here's what we got so far. The fuzzies are flying. My nose is itching. Sorry. Hold on, let me get a drink of water. Okay, we should be better now. All right, we're sewing the eyes on. Maybe we will get this done before the baby gets up. She's awake. She's just chilling. She actually put herself asleep like last night. She was asleep and she woke up at like 10. I rocked her, but she's getting where she just like toss and turn. So that's what she was doing with me on the rocking chair. And after an hour, I'm like, girl, we're not getting anywhere. So I put her in the crib because I'm like, I need to go to the bathroom. I need to brush my teeth. I need to get some water. We'll take a 10-minute break. So I put her in her crib and she didn't cry. She just like chilled there. And I finished like getting ready for bed. Checked her on the baby monitor. And she's like laying down, just kind of tossing and turning in her crib. So then I was like, okay, well, we'll just let her be. If she's not crying, she's good. She's chilling. She's safe. And she fell asleep. I was like, sweet. That's what I like to see. So I'm glad she's able to self-soothe. She's doing good with that. Because we're going to have to take away the passy soon. I think next month. Like, we're going to go visit his family. And we are going to take it with us. But right now she only gets it at night nap times and bedtime. But I want to use it because we're flying on a plane. And this will be her like 3rd time flying. And she does really good. Especially if you can look out the window. But I want to take it just in case she like throws an absolute fit on the plane. We'll have it. And then when we get back, officially like take it away. That's the plan, at least. I want to go to Build-A-Bear. Make her a little Build-A-Bear. And not that she will know this, but when we get back home, like, I'm going to open up and, like, put her passy in there. And then I think it would just be cute. I think it'd be cute, but I'm afraid when she gets older, what if she's like, let me see it. And she's like, rips it open. So maybe I won't tell her. Because I don't want to, like, come in to her room one day and just... She's, like, ripped apart her stuffed animal. So we'll see. Because, you know how kids will be. They're, like, super curious. She's bottle fed, ? We never used pacifiers. Yeah, she was breastfed for, like, the first 7 months, and then she took bottles, but she's always used a pacifier. My other nieces, they won't take pacifiers. But she did. She took a pacifier. I wasn't going to use a pacifier, but since she took to it fine, I was like, yeah. If it helps her, that's fine with me. If it helps her, it helps me, honestly. And as long as we break it before she can ask for it, I think if we cut it off, then we'll be good. And before it starts affecting her teeth. All right, we just cut out. Agree. Yeah. Now we use straw cups, and she drinks from a straw. Great. She kind of can drink in an open cup, but she still makes a huge mess. But we're learning. And then I was really against sippy cups, but I didn't want milk everywhere when she's running around now and doing all this stuff. So she does drink out of a sippy cup for like milk, and she really only gets it in the morning, because I also think that it might upset her tummy a little bit. So that's why we don't give it to her at nighttime. And it's just, we switched to cow's milk when she turned 1. And honestly, the transition wasn't that bad. It was like a week or so she really didn't like it. I think it was also because it was cold. So we warmed it up just a little bit for a couple weeks and then kind of like transitioned off of that. Sorry, I love talking about babies, but I know some people are like, okay, I don't want to hear, I cannot relate. I don't want to hear about your baby. All right, we're moving on. I'm going to plug in my hot glue gun. And I forgot that I have to sew on the whites of like the pupils. Cutting out the nose right now. I know it's hard to see because it's black. Honestly, it's hard to see on the hat itself, but I definitely think it still needs it. All right, I'm gonna move this out of the way again. That goes there. And then I gotta put the little pupils on. I'm hoping my first edition labels will be in today. So that'll be fun. I should be able to show it off for next stream. Again, I don't know what it's gonna be. It's still gonna be the Pokemon challenge because I think that that's good to do some on the lives. And I'm thinking maybe Gengar because that's the next, I think, highest. I'll have to check my list again. Let me take a quick little video of what like Umbreon's looking like right now. Take this off. Just in case I do decide to use the live footage to make a reel. The amount of work that goes to those hats are enormous. Thank you. Yes, I try. I try to put everything in them. But, you know, you're always going to get the people that are like, oh my gosh, $50? And I'm like, yeah, it's all. I do make them. They're all made by me. I pattern them myself. So I got to pay myself a living wage. And then they're usually like, that's true. Or they're like, I want $50. And then they're like, it's great work though. You do a great job. Like, I understand why. Like when they hear that I heard them. Yeah, I heard someone a couple weekends ago with my Ditto, which I have it priced at like $100. And I feel like if I was better at crochet, I would have to like price it for higher than that because it took a long time. And not saying that I'll never drop the price, but not right now because it's still new. But yeah, he was like, he didn't say it to me, but he walked by talking. He's like, $100? That is not worth $100. Like, okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for your opinion. But that's why I've kind of like stopped selling at the little more town, like not doing the farmers market. I might still do it one day in the summer, like just pick up, honestly, just to see how my crochet stuff goes. Ridley's stressing. But that's kind of why I've stopped, because I just got tired of hearing the comments. And I don't know, maybe it makes me a stronger person, but also like, well, if I can just cut this out of my life, I don't need this kind of negativity in my life. 100% handmade in big fonts. Yes, I need to get. I have some signs, but I need more. I need more. I need bigger. I actually, for MegaCon, I think I made 2, and I had one right above my hats. It's like $50 scooties, which is what I call it. It's what they're called. I didn't make up that word. Scarf hoodies, and then 100% handmade. And then I had another one over by my like plushies that said 100% handmade. So I need an even bigger sign. And at one point I had like a vinyl sign that said handmade hats, and it had like $50 next to it. And I guess that kind of worked because someone thought that my business name was Handmade Hats. They're like, oh, handmade hats. It's a nice business. Or that's what I assumed, maybe. The way that they read it, and it sounded like they assumed that that was my name. But maybe they were just, like, reading signs. I don't know. Okay. Waiting for the hot glue gun to warm up. Let me turn shiny Umbreon around so you can see it. I'm going to run to the bathroom, get my baby some milk, let these dogs out, I guess, since they're crazy, and I guess feel like that they're gonna pee on themselves. I don't know. They already went out this morning. I think they're just bored. And warm up my coffee. Did I already say that? There's a lot of things to do. I gotta make sure I do them all. But I'll be back. We'll finish this up, and then I might have to be done with the live, but we'll see. We'll discuss that later. Okay, we're back. I think my coffee is too hot now, but that's fine. It'll stay warmer longer. Get the baby monitor pulled back up here. Ooh, turn it down. And then can I guess you can't do, or maybe I have to change something. Heist on the shorts. It didn't work, so I'll have to look into that. Maybe some people think they were outsourced. Even crochet nowadays are being bought wholesale and resold at cons at a lower price. I know. I mean, one can do it, but at least do not kill others' business. Yeah, I know. That's like, I really thought that we were safe, like fiber arts, if you want to call it, that kind of thing, from the like AI and stuff, but we're really not, because then they make AI patterns and stuff and then sell them, and then people, especially newer people, get like ripped off, and they're like, oh, this pattern with, oh, there's a fly in here. The dogs are going crazy. Then they get a bad taste in their mouth for crochet because they think that that's the way the patterns are supposed to be, or you know, someone did them wrong. So yeah, we're still not safe from AI. But yeah, that's why I try to always say, if they say something about the price, or even if they're like trying to cut a deal or something, I'm like, no, sorry, I make all these myself at home. And then now I usually go in and say, like, I have a 1-year-old, so I really don't get a lot of time to do this. So my time, like, I gotta pay for the time that I have in it now. And usually they understand, and sometimes they still buy something if they're actually interested in it. But if people want like a deal, or like, can you go any lower on this price or something, I'm like, no, but I can, you know, I can bundle it with something and give you, you know, if you decide you want a hat and like a plushie, I can do a deal. That way I'm moving more of my product, and maybe they're more willing to buy. If they feel like they still got like a better deal. All right, so we're just hot gluing this in place, and then I go over it with the sewing machine. But this just helps to make sure that it's centered and it stays in the right spot. And then I do hot glue the whole like circle on its head on, just because I've tried to sew that on the machine before, and it just makes it look really rough. It doesn't keep that clean cut oval. Man, this hot glue is leaking everywhere. All right, and I like to move Umbreon down here so I can get a better hold on it. But I really have been liking my signage on my table. I have like the 100% handmade. I have one that I made that I can put the table number on. I don't know if it really helps people, but hopefully if it helps one person, then that's great. I thought maybe my hot glue gun was leaking because I put a new stick in, but it looks like this one's almost out, so it must have just been on its last leg. I'm really liking this, like going live. I'm like, maybe I should start doing it in the mornings. I don't know if I do it every morning. But I mean, also, it would motivate me to get out of the bed and like get dressed. I'm still trying to figure out my posting. Like Mondays is for long form, and then I think I skipped Tuesday this week. Posted Wednesday, hoping that my Wednesday reel will get some traction for my live on Thursday. And then Friday, I skip, and then I post on Saturday. Because I wasn't posting anything over the weekend, and I could see in my like the algorithm, or not the algorithm, the analytics, you can see the little spikes. And the weekend there was like nothing because I didn't post anything. So I'm like, okay, well, let me space this out. But when I was posting a short every single day, that was a lot. That was draining. So I'm not trying to like, I have a lot of like content lined up, but I'm not trying to post it all at the same time because I'd rather have a consistent posting thing than just like, here's everything all at once. And oh yeah, I had a really good week of views, but this week I have nothing to post, so there goes all the views. I did just sign up for the Amazon affiliate thing. Still kind of learning about it, but I'm gonna like post when I talk about things, post it in the description, and we'll see. I honestly thought that I was like, oh, I have to have Prime, so I have to pay for another monthly subscription because I wanted to keep it separated from like personal. But then I remembered that you don't have to have, you can still use Amazon and not have Prime. You just don't get the free shipping and like the 2-day or whatever. So I logged into like my old account and I was like, oh, well, this is perfect. I tried to make a new one, but it's like your phone number is already attached to a different account. I'm like, well, poop. So I just used my old one. I'm going to set that up. We'll see how it goes. Right now, I only have a link to those stress balls that I make. The stress balls that I use inside my Kirby stress balls. But I figured I might as well give it a shot. Once I realized that I don't have to pay an extra, what is Amazon Prime a month now? Like 12? Or is it just $10 a month? Either way, I was like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna pay the extra money. And then I don't know, it just hit me the other day. I was like, wait a minute. Bethany has Amazon, but she doesn't pay for Prime. Every once in a while she'll like do it when there's like a TV show she wants to watch, like Vox Machina. Speaking of, how cute would it be? Because we're going to OMG Con, Joey, me, and the baby. And I really want to do a cosplay together. I'm like, how cute would it be if we did Percy and Vex and then did one of their kids? And I forgot that one of their kids is a tiefling. Not that I want to paint our baby red though, but I would give her like little horns and a tail. It'd be so stinking cute. But then when people are like, "Where's your other kids?" I'll be like, "Boarding school." I don't know. But I know for sure I'm gonna make her a tandem mouse for our mouse hold, because I made her one in a baby onesie, but she's does not fit in that anymore. And I haven't decided. Why did I use red? This is, I guess I thought I was making the regular Umbreon. I need yellow thread. My goodness, what is happening? Stuck on everything. But I don't know, like, when we're inside, we should be fine, but those, I make it out of fleece, like onesie, like a kigu, and those things get really hot. So I might just find her just a plain white onesie, or just, yeah, to wear under, and make her like a backup of just a pair of ears. Because she wears like baseball caps really well, but she does not wear bows. And I don't know if she would keep the hood up, because that's how ours is. It's a hood. But she probably, if I made her just a little cap, which I think is what I made for her baby one, I wonder if that would still fit her. I'll have to see. I think she would wear that pretty well, so I might not even have to make her a whole onesie. I could just make her a little hat and buy a white onesie, and then that would not be as hot for her. All right, we're still in on the eyes. We're almost done. This is the last, yeah, this is the last step. Let me take a video. Does it drive anybody else crazy? The iPhone doing the close-up thing, but somehow it makes it look worse. Like, I don't understand. Sometimes it's really nice. Like, if you're close up, if you're trying to get the threads of your shirt, it works nicely. But I don't usually need that close. There's one eye, so on the other. And then I gotta get pictures of this so I can post it on my website. So on my website, this will be posted under the just regular, I think I call it dark dog. And you'll be able to pick the two options. On Etsy, you will have to go to just the Evolution one, and I'll have another color option that you can pick, another variant, I guess. But yeah, these will permanently be added to my website and my Etsy if you guys are interested. I need to make breakfast. I hungry. Same. That's why as soon as I get done with this, I'm gonna get off and make the baby and I some breakfast. As much as I would love to keep working, I need to go feed my child and myself. But I really am like maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays. Because Tuesdays wouldn't be bad. We usually like go to the library. So I don't go into the shop until later. So then we could do this before we go to the library. But yeah, I think we're done. I'm just checking. Sometimes I gotta put some hot glue down on the edges here where the eye meets. Because I don't go over the black and the white right here. I usually just try to catch that with hot glue. Some people are willing to pay thousands for clothes or bags or accessories, but same people would haggle with small farmers, almost just asking for free. Yes, I know. That's like where I get these the farmers markets or the little like city days or whatever you want to call them, like the small towns get together, and literally we're celebrating our small town and we have our small businesses here, and you're gonna ask for if I'll take any less on this little stuffed animal that your grandchild loves. Like, no, that's not what this is about. Alrighty, let's take a look. He's all done. What do you guys think? And then we've got it on the sides. Cute, cute. And we got pockets. Yay. All right, so I'm gonna close this out. We'll just set him right here so you can look at you guys. And let's see, a shout out. Does it show me on the shorts? Yeah. Thank you, Made by Chinky, for being #1 in the top fans. Thank you, Dr. Miss Raven, for being #2. And thank you, Joanna, for being #3. So I really appreciate you guys. The vertical streaming went really well. And it's a lot of fun. I definitely... No, Ridley, go. He's like, who are you talking to? I definitely got a whole lot more viewers, which is nice. I know I at least got one new follower. Not sure if that was from the live or from one of my shorts, but either way, that was awesome that my Streamlabs told me that I got a follow while I was streaming. And yeah, I'll just have to figure out, I'll have to make sure my iPad is charged so I can put it over here and everything will be over here and I have more space over here. Definitely got more likes. I'm not sure, I'll have to see how this posts. Because I think it makes 2 separate posts. So that's one thing I'll have to look into, but I really have enjoyed this and it makes me want to go live another morning, but we'll see. I'm still going to keep it on Thursdays. And I like the afternoon because I can get more work done because my grandma usually watches the baby. So, but yeah, that's my rambling. We're gonna close it out. I'll see you guys in the long form video on Monday about my new magnetic embroidery hoop. So make sure to check it out. Thank you guys so much. Bye. Happy Thursday. Bye bye.